Sandy, y'all, what's good? Everybody, what's good? What's good? What's good? Let me see. We look like we good every way. Everybody's chilling. Everybody good. Let me see who's in here. We got Hawk. Andreas was good. Jack Miller. Zulu was good. He said, cut Gibby name. Cut Gibby name. Joseph was good. Jack Miller. Oh, y'all already said what's up. Hate to say this, but Elliot problems. Yeah. Somebody just need to talk to that man. Somebody just has to talk to him. I don't know what's going on. I mean, Rivera pointed out that it is because like he typically fumbles when he's trying to, do too much, and he's moving more left and right than, forward. Instead of he just needs to just run through the hole aggressively. Stop trying to basically get too cute, basically. That's basically what he told him. What's good, Luck? What's good, Joseph, everybody? What's good, Red Wing? What's good? What's good, Alma? What's good? Stop seeing. Yeah, she was really happy. Cut Gibby now. Keep it extra. I mean, cut is crazy. First of all, I don't feel like we need to get rid of him at all. But at the very least, at least trade him. Don't cut him. Get something. Antonio, he's too talented to just let him go. What's good, Miss Perry? Appreciate you pulling up. Antonio was good. King Sean was good. Aaron was good. Merle was good. Was good. I already said what's up to King Sean and Hawk, but what's good again? What's good, y'all? All right, man. Y'all already know, man. It's the call-in show, so we just gonna talk about everything that's going on. I think my film session finally uploaded. I did a film session on Brian Robinson's 6 carries, and y'all know, man, it's the call-in show. So opening up the phone lines, and y'all can just call in about whatever you have to say. Already got my boy Merlin here. What's good, Merle?
What's good, my man?
What's
How you
good?
doing?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Good. I'm feeling pretty good. Watched the game yesterday. Wanted to take a time to evaluate and see what was going on. So I got some good and bad. The bad, I'll start off with Joey Sly. You gotta make your extra point, man.
Got to.
Can't start off like that, missing an extra point. Antonio Gibson, man, it's a mental thing, I think now. It's not physical. I think it's more mental. He needs to go find that guy who helped T.T. Barber out with his fumbling issues and talk to him, because it's purely mental there. And with the backfield as crowded as it is after the performance Brian Robinson put on, we know what McKissick gonna give us. I like Jonathan Williams and I like Jerry Patterson. I think Gibson's on his last legs next week. If he doesn't show a little bit more consistency or he fumbles again, he could be on the trading block.
Yeah, you better stop playing around.
There's no reason that Ron Rivera can give the fans why David Mayo is on the team. He is literally a walking cone. P.J. Walker targeted him the whole third quarter.
Yep.
And completed every pass. He wasn't even close in coverage. I don't understand why he's taking snaps from Jamin Davis, but he is not the answer. Taylor Heineke, to all y'all Heineke fans, you see why Carson Wentz is here? After the performance of Sam Howell, I would run Sam Howell with the tools against Kansas City and see how he does. Because if it's even, Taylor Heineke's out of here. I can tell you that right now. The D-line, they look like they responded to the new coaching. They were penetrating more. I was very impressed with all the guys. I was especially impressed with David Wise, and I was also impressed by our second-round pick, Mathis. They did a good job. Yep. They held their own. Carson Wentz is taking to coaching. If you notice, he threw a lot of short passes, a lot of checkdowns. He didn't do anything stupid. He took what was given to him. All you people who don't like Scott Turner and who are Carson Wentz doubters, I think you're going to eat your words this season.
I hope so.
I was also impressed by the rookie guard, Chris Paul. He makes me feel better about the offensive line depth we have. Nathan Gary and Trey Walker were pleasant surprise in the linebackers.
Yeah.
They were very good. I was real happy with them. It's not much to say about Brian Anderson. He is what he is. If you watch SEC football, you knew you were expecting nothing less from him.
Yep.
Rico, this goes out to you. Your boy Amari Rogers is running with the ones and targeted 3 times.
Yes, sir.
Sammy Reyes was in uniform, if I'm not mistaken. And Amari Rogers got to start. Samus, you better start making TikToks and start getting more in that playbook because you might be on the cut block. Because I know Cole Turner, just Bates and Logan are firm in their positions, but Amari Cooper showed a lot. Chris Hodges was good too, but Amari Cooper,
Amari
that
Rogers.
guy.
Yeah, that's my
Amari
boy.
Rogers, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's my boy, man.
Yeah,
I was so happy.
Yeah, and I know everybody's excited about what Sam Howell did. He did perform good. He was the best rookie quarterback in week 1, but let's calm down. He's going up against third stringers. Next week, I want to see Ron put him in the second half and let him run it with the second stringers. I'm pretty sure he's going to let the first string run the whole first half. Let Sam Howell have the second half. We don't need to see Taylor Heineke anymore this preseason. He is. Let's give Sam Howell someone and let's see what he can do. But overall, I know I don't care about the wins and losses. But overall, I like what I saw from the offense. I like what I saw from the defense. I think we're going to be okay. I don't know if we're going to win 10 games or not, but we're not going to be anybody's pushover. I can tell you that much.
Yes, sir.
I got to give Ron credit on this one. And I'm not a Ron fan, but, he's one of the 3 coaches that got on the hot seat. Him, Dallas' coach, and the Cleveland coach, those are 3 highest seats I can see so far as losing their job this season. But I don't think Ron's going anywhere. I think he's done a good job after watching the first preseason game. I can admit if I was wrong about Ron, or maybe I am. He's going to make me eat crow. I don't mind if we win 10 games and win a playoff game.
Yes, sir.
But that's all I got. That's all I got, Rico. On the week 2.
Yes, sir. On the week 2, man. Appreciate that, Merle.
No problem.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
As always, go Dogs.
Oh, yeah. Always. Every time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My boy Zulu's up next. Before I get to that, I do want to work on a Jahan Dotson because, from what I saw, I'm trying to get, an all-22 angle on it. But, from what I saw, he was open quite a bit. He just wasn't targeted much. But I liked his route running out there. And so I do want to do a film session on Jahan Dotson. I would definitely love to. Just waiting to get some all-22 on it. Because the Brian Robinson one I just put out, that I got that from somebody. They just had the all-22 angle out there. I'm trying to figure out how I can get access. If I can get access to the all-22 every preseason game, and I'm supposed to get it every regular season game with NFL Plus, if I can, y'all are getting crazy film sessions. My boy Zulu, man, what's good?
Yo, what up, baby?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you feeling?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
I'm feeling good, man. All right, check it out. Let me ask you something.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's imagine you in a relationship with a chick. Y'all living together, right? Y'all live together. Y'all pay the bills together, right? Okay? And then you say, you know what, this Saturday we're going to go out for dinner, right? We're going to go out to a club. You go out to the club with this chick. Y'all get to the club, everything good. But you start noticing she buying drinks for all these other dudes, right? Random dudes. And you chilling with you pull to the side, you like, yo, what's going on? She like, nah, you still my baby. I love you. Ain't nothing. Then next thing you know, she out on the dance floor with another dude, right? Let me ask you something. Is you going to take that chick home with you?
No, it don't.
I'm asking you a real question.
It don't sound like it. It don't sound too good.
All right, then. So when I say cut him, I mean cut him. Because, dog, you keep giving this ball to the other team. And you giving it to him what else? Dog, you got one job. Hold the ball. You got one job, dog. It ain't like you was drafted number 2 overall and we got a whole lot of stock in you and we paying you a lot on a rookie deal. Dog, you not that dude, first off. Let's get it right. Yeah, you can run fast when you hold the ball. Let's get it right. Every time you in the game now, every other team out here in the NFL know that you're not running between the tackles. Why? Because you fumbled the ball. That means if you in the game, you probably running off the edges.
Good
right?
point.
So
Yeah, good
you
point.
already gave the game plan away. Now they know not to get you to run up the middle. If you see a defense and they running the 4-3, you know what I mean, and they got 3 linebackers in there and they playing up close to the line of scrimmage, you gonna give me the ball and tell him to go up the middle? No, because he's gonna fumble. So now you're a 4-3 running liability. You're a fast running back that can't hold the ball. So what good are you? I can cut you and hold another tight end, run 3 tight end sets, and let Carson Wentz do his thing. Dog, we got to start demanding more. Stop playing. Look, dog, a lot of these fans is appeasing these athletes. Look, man, what have you done for me lately? The last time I seen you, you put the ball on the ground.
Yep.
I don't owe you nothing. I don't need you. I ain't tripping on you like that. I pay all these bills around here. These fans better start standing up, man. Stop saying, man, it's gonna be all right. Oh man, give him a no. How many games we lose last year because he fumbled? Be real.
At least 2.
And
At least 2.
I love my team, but dog, it ain't like he's fumbling at the other team's 30 and they still got to go 70 yards. And our defense been off the field for a while, so they done had time to rest, even though we ain't getting no points. Dog, soon as we get the ball on the 20, 2 plays in, we ain't even made it to the 30. He done fumbled on our own 30-yard line.
Chargers
So
and
now
Giants.
we can't. Right. You stopping the offense and you making it easy on their offense. They team come right in and score. They already got a guaranteed field goal.
Yeah.
And I don't understand this fan base. Like, everybody's like, no, give you another chance. This dude, is he a Hall of Famer? Who is this guy? Somebody identify this guy. Who is this dude that everybody's showing this love to? This dude name don't bang in the streets like he done it, like he that guy. I'm not married to no player on this team. I don't put too much money into this. I'm 46 years old. I done gave too much money. Tears, blood, and sweat. I done bet too much money, had to hear too much stuff at work because of this lackadaisical attitude. I'm tired of it. Like Doc was saying, man, why we always starting off slow? Doc Walker be on it.
Yeah,
be
he
on
wasn't
his
playing.
grind. He done been out there and did it. Stop making excuses for these players and these coaches, man. Demand more. Until you demand more, you're going to keep getting that Daniel Snyder treatment. Daniel Snyder looking at the fan base like, oh, they'll accept that. Oh, they'll take that. Oh, they'll deal with mediocrity.
Good point.
They'll let us just change what? Man, don't even get me started on this new opera version of the fight song. That joint sound like something they play at the opera house. What is that, man?
I hate it. It was scary to
go
me.
To war. We going to war. We ain't out here like you selling opera tickets. Man,
It sounded like
man,
a
the
ritual.
whole thing done changed, man. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. You got to go to work. I got to go to work. All these other fans, you got to go to work on Monday after Sunday's game. And you got to hear this, man. And then you cheering for a team like they get out there and lay eggs like that. You act like we was playing up against like the Patriots or the Chiefs like week 1 Saturday. Come on, man. You playing against the Panthers. They don't even know who they starting quarterback gonna be, but everybody always looking good against us. Like Doc Walker was saying, man, I love this defensive line, but he's like, that's still too much. They still giving up too much.
Mm.
I mean, we got to be real, man. Be honest. That's all I want because that's all I expect. Look, whether this team win or lose, you mad about them losing and stuff on Sunday, guess what they're going to do? Guess what they're going to do while you mad and you got to go to work Monday? Them dudes still going to the strip club. They still going to buy bottles and they still going to have a good time.
Kicking
And we still letting them do that, man. And I love my team. You dig? I was there in D.C. for all the Super Bowls. I'm born and raised, Southeast, 407 Ridge Road, know that. Southeast D.C. I live in VA now.
Uh-huh.
But I was there for every single Super Bowl we won. I've been there. And I don't see the same, like, passion. They bring these players in with all this hoopla, and it's like, okay, we just gonna make the best of it, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be, dog. We gotta demand more as fans. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hold these guys accountable. Ain't nobody asking too much of Gibby. But I tell you what, if you cut Gibby, I guarantee you the next team to pick him up, you'll never hear about him fumbling no more. And right now,
yeah.
we got look, you got Brian Robinson, right? Okay, so you keep him, McKissick, and you might keep one of the other running backs, Williams or JP, you keep one of them, insurance policy for this year. You do that, but at the same time, you look at all the tight ends that we got that's looking good that we really want to keep. So why not keep an extra tight end? And you got Logan that's hurt. So while he's hurt and you need more tight ends, you know that Wentz love to throw to the tight end. Why not do that?
You know I love my
if
tight
Gibby
ends.
Go out here, all right, let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. If Gibby go out there, if he go out there this week, and on the first drive he fumbled, then what?
Oh, it's over with for that now. Like Ryan Robinson's running back 1 for sure. There's no competition.
Saying you would still? Oh, I'm already past that. I bet not see Gibby on there unless it's like it better be like 3rd and 15. He better be flanked out like a wide receiver. I don't even want to see him running the ball. But look, you telling me if he go out there next week and he fumble on the first drive, you telling me that you will still have him on the team?
I mean, I just got to see it regular season. I mean, but it's going to count when it matters. That's going to suck. I mean, I think at the very least you trade him. I think you could, at the very worst, get something for him. I don't think you got to necessarily release him. But, yeah, it's ugly for him for sure.
You cutting coaches? You cutting coaches, right? we cutting coaches out here. You got me on his sound like Florida. we cutting coaches out here, right? In the preseason. In training camp. That coach went to his locker and had a pink slip. You telling me Jimmy can't get one?
Coming back from vacation, too. That's the crazy part.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even get his luggage. Oh, come on, man. I ain't messing with you. Hey, listen, I gotta tell you something though. I keep trying to send you the cash joint and it won't let me do it, man.
It won't?
I did it one time, but yeah, I swear I don't know, something going on, man. You need to check that because I was trying to do it the last one you did. When I sent you the 20, I was gonna send you another 30. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't let me do it. So I was trying to do it today, and it won't let me do it. It won't let me send you no cash. Like, I was like, did he block me or something?
Oh, definitely. Hey, no, I'm going to definitely check into that. And I appreciate it, though, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one, but it's saying, like, something went up with the transaction. Wouldn't let me, send the money joint. But, yeah, I just wanted to give you that, man. I don't hate Gibby. I wish him all the best, but, dog, you got one job. You got one job.
Hey, like I said, you were there for the Super Bowl, so I understand. Like I wasn't allowed to see none of the greatness, so I guess I'm more numb to it. Whereas you like, man, I've seen greatness and I expect greatness, so I understand.
I mean, look, I don't expect Gibby to get out here and be John Riggins. I don't expect him to be, any of the famous running backs that we had when we won Super Bowls. But I expect you to be a running back. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think he don't want to be running back. I think for real. I think that he playing it like he close to the end of his rookie contract, right? Mm-hmm. He played wide receiver in college, and I feel like I'm gonna be real with you. He'll make more money as a wide receiver than a running back. That's how he looking at it. He don't want to take that pounding and. All right, let's say like next year he want to redo his contract or get a new contract. What are they? He know that it ain't nobody tripping on him like that. He know ain't nobody tripping on him. You know what I mean? So he looking at it like, well, if I get released, I can go to another team and tell them, look, all I want to do is play wide receiver. I want to play in the slot. I want to do whatever. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he trying to play his way out of DC, and I feel like these fans ain't even seeing it. I feel like these fans is not watching what's going on. Look at the numbers, man. I feel like he's trying to play his way out like, hey, they release me. I feel like him and his agent saying, yeah, Atlanta or such and such, this other team will take you. Yeah, they'll get you out there and have you flanked out. I feel like that's what's going on, and we're going to be the last to find out. I feel like Ron needs to stand up, be like, hey, burn the road up, son.
Hey, man.
Well, look, I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, man, I feel the energy, man, because I'm sick of it too. And I mean, like I say, I'm rooting for. I'm gonna be Antonio Gibson's biggest fan when he's balling, and his biggest critic when he's fumbling. And so I feel you. I definitely feel you. But man, I appreciate it, Zulu, as always. I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with that whole situation. And I'm gonna definitely get back to you after I figure it out.
Yeah, that's what's up. I appreciate you. Be blessed, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate you calling in as always, man. Appreciate it.
Bet.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes, sir. My boy Zulu. Let me bring on the next caller. We got Eric. What's good over there, man?
How you doing, brother?
What's good? Just chilling, man. Just nice little chill Sunday.
Yeah, nice little chill Sunday, man. After that, that performance yesterday, it's good to actually, take our mind off of it.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you, man. We were watching the game together, and we saw how we can't get off the field on third down.
Yeah.
The secondary is a problem. Kendall Fuller, we knew he was a slot guy. He was best in the slot at Kansas City. They had Bashard Breeland. They had more help over there. I think, him playing the outside is going to be a problem. I think they're going to lose week 1.
I really hope
not. I don't think they can cover any. I don't think they can cover any of them receivers. Should all 80 of them. And then, the linebacker play has been very pedestrian.
Yeah.
And I like Jamin Davis, but Jamin Davis wasn't a player we should have reached for last year. So that's a guy you trade back in to the first round to get if you really want him. Kind of the opposite of what we did when we overdrafted, RIP Dwayne Haskins. Shout out to him. I haven't got a chance to say that because I know a lot of people were bashing him as a human being, and that wasn't cool. That man just wanted to play football and give it his all. I mean, it just didn't work out here. But yeah, like you were able to get Jamin Davis there. We gonna kind of have to pay for some of this, and Jack Del Rio is definitely overrated. Everyone says, oh, he fixes all these defenses, but he had elite talent in a lot of places he went. Like DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller, I think those are Hall of Fame caliber players. I think everybody in this chat would agree that those guys aren't scrubs. And, we had a potential here, but we don't have the players that are developed at that level yet. So that's primarily the problem, and not being coachable enough. The soft zone ain't going to work. William Jackson's a man corner. Why are you making a man corner playing zone? It's like, I get it. Like, he's versatile. He can do a lot of good things. He's got solid speed. We saw him cover Terry well in man. I think in that Bengals game where Joe Burrow got destroyed in.
Yeah.
But, you can't do that. Like, you got to let him play. You got to let him play his game. You didn't bring him here to be somebody else. You brought him here because what you saw on tape. And that's not what's transferring to him on the field for a reason. You can't turn a gazelle into a lion. You can't turn a lion into a penguin. They are what they are, man. And I know that sounds dumb, but that's what he's doing. He's making us look dumb out here.
Yeah, I hate it.
Like everyone, Doug Peterson knows this roster very well. And I keep saying the Jags because, that's where we play week 1. That's what we're shooting for. That's what we really getting these guys ready for is week 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's vanilla. I mean, you said it. Louis said it. I think Ed has said it. We know it's basic. It's like preseason. We're trying to just, not show too much. But the stuff we're showing is kind of the stuff we've been showing consistently. And I think those habits do carry over on game day. No coach tells you to go half speed or go through the motions for no reason. There's a purpose to it. Young guys pick up on these habits. So we putting bad habits out there on tape. That's what we're going to be. Good teams play well. I mean, you look at the Chiefs the other day, right? Mahomes and them executed early, got off the field. Everyone's like, well, they got the talent, but no, they got the mindset. Even when they had Alex Smith and they couldn't get over that second round hump, or they would go out first round, they still execute. They were just playing, more talented rosters. So once Mahomes developed and a lot of the other guys came to be, it was a good deal. So, but I'm just gonna ask you, outside of Robinson. I think Mathis and was it Wise? They played well, and Sam Howell. The Panthers are really dumb for not drafting him. I mean, you traded for 3 quarterbacks in 4 years?
Yeah.
Like you literally had this kid in your lap for rounds. You literally you have a first round pick, which obviously you're not going to take into those quarterbacks. But the exception of Pickett, I mean, I was really surprised we did get a steal there, and I didn't think he was that good once Diami and them left. But maybe it was the offense, and they were just asking them to do things. And it's the ACC, so it's always hard to tell.
Yeah.
So what did you see out there, man, that you felt comfortable with saying, we can do this or we can do this, and we're going to be successful at doing this?
I liked what I like. Just like you mentioned, Daniel Wise and Fedarian Mathis. I felt like they had a really good day that kind of went under the radar. Especially Daniel Wise,
Mm-hmm.
you know, pass rush wise, and Fedarian Mathis against the run. I feel like both of those guys had really good. I appreciate you bringing them up. They had really good days, and overall, I liked what I saw from the defensive line. I mean, they allowed some openings against the run, but like pass rush wise, they were on whoever the quarterback was. When it was the first team defensive line out there, it was always pressure there. They were just getting there like a half a step late, and I think Chase Young makes up that half a step when he gets back. And then I also love the flow of the offense. I like the fact that we kind of put Carson Wentz in a game manager type of situation. And really, it was kind of like a showcase. Like, he's known for taking the big play, taking the risky play, and it's either going to be a great play or a terrible play. We don't think he can ever run an offense how Scott Turner once it ran, and really quick throws immediately after the snap and all of that type of stuff. And he showed that he can, so I like that. It wasn't a great day from Carson Wentz, of course, but it was different. And I'm encouraged by the difference in the fact that he was consistent. He was accurate for the most part. And he ran the offense in a way that I thought I'd never see him run it. He just always seemed, I mean, I like Carson Wentz's talent, but he always seemed kind of hard-headed to where, you know, he's getting sacked. He's on like parallel to the ground trying to throw a risky pass, and it goes to a linebacker. So I like the fact that, first of all, that he shows that he's listening to Scott Turner. Scott Turner, I don't know what he's doing and why other guys couldn't do it, but he's obviously getting to Carson Wentz mentally, and like Carson Wentz is actually retaining the information he's giving him, and he looks smooth out there. He definitely, of course,
He did look cool.
yeah, what Carson Wentz did out there wasn't like playoff ready, but it was definitely better than anything we got from Ryan Fitzpatrick. Remember last preseason, Ryan Fitzpatrick, we couldn't score to save our lives. So that was really nice.
No, it was terrible. I was screaming for Taylor to start. I was screaming for him to start. He actually played well. He played well enough to bring us back in that game. It's just Gibby being Gibby, man. You know.
Yeah.
Gibby got the mindset. I hate to switch topics, but the way Gibby plays, like, yo, Gibby willing to go out there and make the play. He do what he's supposed to, but it's like mental mistakes, like dropping the ball there.
Yep.
It's crazy. Like, you can't do that. Like, he got mad. I think the same game they missed the face mask, right? And he had broke for like, I think almost like 15 the next play, and then, you know, William Jackson gets the interception, we get momentum, then he fumbles, and it's like, damn, we can't kind of, you know, stop shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
It hurt. But no, I agree though. Wentz looked really good. But I've never really had a problem. I know I wasn't high on the trade because it's like, yo, we need to get our own guy. We need to stop getting refurbished quarterbacks.
Yeah, I was drafting guy like, as well. That was my primary.
But I look at it, he's like 20. He's like 29. I mean, they did bring Sam Howell in the system, which, I mean, you know, he looks promising.
Yep.
I mean, at where he was, that's not a bad spot. Like a couple years ago, him and, you know, Spencer Rattler were, considered to be the two best prospects.
Yep.
And we clearly know that wasn't true. So, yeah, no, Spencer's terrible, bro.
Boy,
Caleb Williams.
Tried to warn people.
Yeah, no, he's terrible, bro, and I hate to hate on him because, you know, it is what it is. You know, you're a Georgia fan, my dad's a Florida fan, so we see South Carolina, he's gonna get destroyed. But the thing is, though, Wentz is what we need. I mean, Wentz has the problems we need. We need a guy who's going to be able to hit Terry with the deep ball. We can live with, what was he 27-7 or 27-9, something like that? He was crazy with his numbers in Indy. And everybody said, oh, Indy has a great line. They have a great run blocking line.
Yeah,
so this might be the best
blocking
line he's played with. Yeah, this might be the best line he's played with since he's been on that second year, that third year in Philadelphia. Well, the second to last year in Philadelphia. And definitely just the best receiver he's had. It's not even close. Like I like Alshon Jeffrey in Chicago, but he wasn't that good in Philly. He was good, but he wasn't that good. Terry is really good. Terry's like a snub every year for like the last 2 years in the Pro Bowl, which makes no sense, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild, but Carson holds the ball still a little too long. Granted, he's trying to, make his reads, maybe, not throw guys into danger, even though, our tight end yesterday could have got cracked. But, I mean, that's what happened with this offense, this play calling. I think some of these reads put the tight ends in some questionable positions. That's why we lost Logan in that Oakland game, because Taylor threw him into a hit. So I think he's going to have to do a better job of speeding it up, and guys got to win faster. And, he's been doing a great job, though, so far. Like, I know the camp reports have been oh, it's inconsistent. But like when guys know the play, when guys know the personnel, I mean, you pretty much you guarantee the defense will win here and there. I mean, we know where the ball's supposed to go. We know what the checkdowns are. These guys literally practice with these guys every day, so it's different. But the defense is atrocious, man. The defense is bad. I'm tired of hearing how good the defense is supposed to be. That secondary, it has to get blown up at least by next year. It's over for Kendall Fuller as our number one corner next year. This is not gonna happen, bro. I don't know what Madden and all these other, what grades they giving out. Because anything over the top, like you said, that man is lost. Mike Evans babied him, and Mike Evans is a physical beast. Like, he a dog. I mean, you see how he grew up, right? That's how it always is gonna be. He's gonna bully pretty much any corner, with the exception of maybe like Ramsey and a couple guys here and there, and maybe Slay when Slay was physical. But nah, like it's over for that. Hopefully St. Juice can be locked down slot. I was hoping he'd be an outside guy. I thought he played well, but I guess he had the concussion injury, so we got to kind of hold out and see. But, it's a lot going on, man. I'm not comfortable with this team. I mean, I think they can beat Philly, but, I'm really not comfortable, man. I'm a little worried, man. Gibby and the other brother made up some good points, right? Like, yeah, we know Robinson's probably going to take that job because Gibby going to be Gibby, right? I think Gibby needs like a real year where he understands, like, yo, bro, you're not eating because you giving up your opportunities. You can't eat here, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, he might be like Hines. So, yeah, he's going to have problems.
Appreciate that, Eric, man. Appreciate that. My boy Joseph just pulled up. So, man, I appreciate it. A lot of great points, man. And I agree with you on a lot of them, man. Definitely call back next week if you can. I'll be live streaming during the next preseason game as well. So please pull up, my boy.
All right, man. I got you.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got my boy Joseph. How you doing over there, Joseph?
Yo, what's up?
What's good? What's good? How you feeling?
I'm doing all right. I'm actually watching the replay right now. Yeah, so, all right. We talking about, in the words of AI, we talking about the preseason, bro. The preseason. Like, Gibby's gonna fumble. Joey Sly missed a PAT. Do we cut him? Do we cut him too? Like, let's sign Brian Robinson. Brian Johnson. Let's see if he messes up PAC. Let's cut him too. Shoot, cut everybody. Cut everybody that makes mistakes. It's the preseason, bro. Like, it doesn't count yet. All right, so that's one thing that I wanted to get off my mind. Percy Butler played good. Mm-hmm. I saw him. He was about to catch an interception or something. He played good. Sean Parker. He played good.
Yeah, really well. Stephen Parker, he balled out.
Oh, Stephen Parker, my bad.
Yeah.
Sam Howell, I'm watching him play right now. He's doing pretty good. So, I mean, I don't see any issues, but right now so far. But even in like week 2, week 3, everything will be fixed. So. Like, Gibby and Brian Robinson is going to be the perfect 1-2 punch. It's going to be like John Riggins and whoever his backup was. I forgot his name. But it's going to be a perfect 1-2 punch.
Yeah,
they could both catch, they could both win. It's going to be like a, Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara, or...
yeah, I hope.
Yeah, it's going to be all right.
Yeah, man. Hey, and so you haven't gotten to see Sam Howell the whole way through. Or you gonna have fun. You're in for a ride. If you're in the beginning of it, you about to have a ride. That Sam Howell was really fun yesterday. Now, granted, few critiques here and there when you go back and actually really watch. But overall, it was a really good day for him. Very encouraging day because he's further ahead than I thought he would be.
Yeah. I'm in the third quarter with 6 minutes left.
Oh yeah, you in for a surprise. What's the score? Where you at? What's the score right now?
17-6.
Oh yeah. You haven't seen all of it yet. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, you in for a surprise, man.
All right. So, So, I mean, I'm still watching the game, so I can't really see anything. So,
But hey, I still appreciate you calling up, though, man. For what you have already seen, like, I mean, I always appreciate it when y'all call up.
Yeah, because I was at Kings Dominion yesterday, so I couldn't watch the game. I tried to watch it while I was waiting in the line, but my earbuds fell in the on one of the roller coasters. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, ooh. So they gone. That's it for them.
Yeah, that's it for them. Unless they mysteriously return it, that's it for them.
That might actually be a decent thing to do. If you work at a amusement park and all the stuff that be falling, you might come up. You might really make a come up. But man, I appreciate that, Joseph, man. Thank you. Definitely enjoy the rest of that game. I'm telling you, you're in for a ride. Go ahead and brace yourself because it gets really fun. They up to the 17-6 portion. It was kind of even though I liked what I saw from the first team offense, that scoring drive with Brian Robinson. And the play calling by Scott Turner, but it gets really fun after that. You about to have fun. I'm gonna rewatch it after I'm done live streaming. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, man, I appreciate that, Joseph. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, Jack Del Rio is overrated. Yeah. So
yeah, that's one thing all of us agree.
Yeah. we might have to find a young defensive line that knows what he's doing.
Chris Harris is my candidate.
Chris Harris, indeed, yes. That'll be dope. All right, take care, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate that, Joseph. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And what was it called? Oh yeah. One thing I wanted to also say too is that I believe in Chris Harris, and I don't want to lose him because remember, the Eagles interviewed him for a defensive coordinator job I think it was last offseason, but he decided to stay here. So teams are going to be fighting for him, man. He might be like the defensive equivalent to I'm not going to say he's as great at defense as Sean McVay is at offense, but I don't want to see a repeat of the Sean McVay, Kevin O'Connell, Matt LaFleur, and Kyle Shanahan's that we've lost. Chris Harris might be somewhat of a defensive version of that. I could see him easily going somewhere, finally getting control of a defense, and then that defense becoming really good. And so, I mean, Jack Del Rio, this is your last chance, in my opinion. Now that we saw Ron Rivera is willing to fire Sam Mills, it sounds like Ron Rivera is not playing with people. You know what I'm saying? Jack Del Rio might actually be on the hot seat. I didn't think so before. I knew our fan base felt like he should be on the hot seat, but whether he was actually on the hot seat or not, I didn't know until the Sam Mills firing. Now I'm like, all right, Jack Del Rio, he had more history with Sam Mills than he has with you. So... and then somebody brought up a point earlier about how we have a head coach and a defensive coordinator that are both ex-linebackers, and we can't seem to get the linebacker position right. That's very true. We talked about that several times, but it's not any less true every time somebody brings it up. It's just terrible. Also, to the point of Chris Harris, I think with the way the league is going, naturally with Chris Harris being a DB's coach and Jack Del Rio coming from a linebacker cloth, I think it makes more sense for Chris Harris to be a defensive coordinator anyway, just from that. We have more secondary players on the field at any given time. Usually the majority of the players on the field for our defense are secondary players, and he looks at the game of football from their view. And so I just think naturally, even if we take out Chris Harris and Jack Del Rio, if we don't even include the names, if we talk about ex-linebacker, ex-DB, and we're talking about which one you feel like may be the better defensive coordinator coach, I think the guy that comes from a DB cloth naturally would be anyway, especially with where the league is going, being a passing league. And again, even just math. There's more DBs on the field than linebackers, especially with us, where we're going to have 5 DBs out there and only 2 linebackers max the majority of the time, at least 90% of the time, probably even more than that. And so it just makes all the sense in the world. But I don't think we're gonna fire Jack Del Rio unless our defense is absolutely atrocious these first few weeks. But I think he finishes this year, especially if our defense. I mean, and it kind of sucks too, because if our defense balls out, how much of it will be him, or how much of it will just be the fact that we have a really talented defense. Up and down, defensive line and secondary especially, we have the type of talent that like one of those superior defensive coordinators around the league could turn into a top 3, top 5 defense. And it's just like, if they go out there and they play like a top 12 defense this year, like, how much credit do we even give Jack Del Rio? Now Jack Del Rio's still here. Maybe we lose Chris Harris to like another team as a defensive coordinator, and it's because of the talent that our defense looks so good, and not even necessarily Jack Del Rio. And I see my boy Zulu Tribe. He got it to work out, man. I appreciate the donations, Gibby, aka Side Chick. You gotta stop doing my boy like that, man. We got 2 more preseason games, and I'm assuming the starters will play longer this second game rather than the first game. And I think the third game is going to be the game where we just let all of the backup guys compete and see who deserves to get those last few roster spots. But I don't know. It may be the other way. Maybe the second game is tryouts, and the third game we'll maybe see the starters out there for a half. But either way, whenever we get to see Antonio Gibson out there long term, I still got to see if he can hold on to the ball. He's really athletic. And so I'm really hoping. I'm not confident in it at all, but I'm really hoping he can figure out this fumbling problem, because it's really hurting our team, and he's just too talented to keep messing up like that. It's all mental. But yeah, my boy Zulu with the double donations, man, I really appreciate that. Going stupid. The bank is open over here. Let's go and cut. Yeah, I don't know what was going on because I didn't do anything to fix it, so I don't know what happened. But I'm glad it worked out, and I'm really appreciative of all the donations, man. Y'all don't understand how huge that is for me, man. Big time. We need to learn how to start off fast. That's a big issue we've had since Ron Rivera's been here. Remember, with Jay Gruden, our problem was halftime adjustments. We would start off relatively strong, and then third and fourth quarter, we were just terrible. And then we would try to figure out late in the fourth, and it was just too late. Ron Rivera, we're good with adjustments, and we usually make some type of comebacks, but we got to stop getting behind 10-plus points every game. Like, that's our main problem. It's kind of weird. If we could just get Jay Gruden as our first half head coach and Ron Rivera as our second half head coach, we might actually have something going. My boy DeAndre Taylor with the donation, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate you pulling back up again. Yo, Rico saw flashes of potential potent offense we all envisioned yesterday. Options everywhere. Wentz looked in control, looking real 10-7-ish to me. First of all, I'm right with you. I agree, and I appreciate the donation big time. Yeah, man, I'm definitely more optimistic about the offense moving forward. I'm taking a step back with the defense, mostly like the back seven. The defensive line looked really good. It looks like firing Sam Mills. I mean, we all knew that would be the obvious good choice to make. But the defensive line looked like they went out there and proved it by guys like even Daniel Wise and Fedarian Mathis having really good games. And even like Shaka Toney, outside of that really dumb ripping off the helmet of Matt Corral, he had a really good day as well. Like, and then you had Nathan Gary and Trey Walker rushing the passer, and they looked pretty good. And so whatever the defensive line coach is telling them, my boy Jeff and the mix of that with Warren Sapp and Ryan Kerrigan, we got something cooking up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. But that back seven, we got to figure it out. Now, I do want to point out that Jamin Davis did have one really good play that I forgot. 2 other people end up taking credit because they made the tackle. But Jamin Davis on a running play, I mean, went in like just a straight sledgehammer and pushed. I think it was the fullback or somebody so far back that the running back didn't know where to go, and then everybody else was able to close in and stop him at like the line of scrimmage. And even though Jamin Davis doesn't get credit for the tackle, he made that play. He was the best player on that play. He was the most impactful player on that play. Now, granted, I need to see him do that more consistently, but I'm more optimistic about Jamin Davis and how he's going to fit in as far as especially run fits wise. That's his biggest problem. How can he contribute in the running game? Because I'm not really worried about him in the passing game. He's naturally an upgrade over David Mayo. I mean, we may be better than David Mayo in the passing game, but still, that was very encouraging to see that. I got to go find the clip somewhere, but like Jamin Davis blew up a run play, running back completely just didn't know what was going on. Like, why are my blockers this far in the backfield? You supposed to be up there paving a way for me to run through. And so that was a Jamin Davis play. Again, he won't get credit for the tackle because other guys made the tackle, but he's the one that blew up that play. Again, But just to go back to it, he's got to be more consistent. I need to see that more often, not just once a quarter. That's pretty much what the starters played, and that's the only time I really remember seeing Jamin Davis accomplish anything. We need you to shine more than that as a first-round pick. Rico, am I the only one that wants Kyrick McGowan on the team? I did like what I saw from him a lot on offense. We didn't get to really see much of him special teams wise. I think he had like one kick return, but it didn't look good. And I don't know if y'all saw, Ron Rivera was like probably the most upset I've ever seen since he's been coaching this team. He was really upset with the special teams, coverage and return wise. It looks like nobody separated themselves. We're back at step one return wise, and again special teams coverage wise, it was bad as well. So we'll see. I did like what I saw from Kyrick McGowan, but then you got to look at it like whose spot does he take, and that's the only problem. That's where we get into the problems. Really on the D-line, we have 4 first rounds. We got shredded against D-line. That's all coaching. Yeah, it's definitely coaching. Since could play more would be better. I'm seeing more upside from Robinson, to be honest. Oh, my boy Jack called in. What's good, Jack?
Hey, what's happening, Rico?
What's good? How you feeling over there?
I'm doing good, man. Had a whole day to kind of just kick back and, kind of unwind after watching the game, kind of get my thoughts together more on it. I'll talk first about the coaching. I'm really excited to see what Scott Turner can finally do. He's finally got the quarterback that can really, do all the plays, do everything that Scott Turner wants to do with his offense. He can make all the throws. He's got the athleticism, the size, everything you look for. He was just too limited with guys like, Alex Smith, Heineke, Dwayne Haskins. So I'm excited to see what Wentz can do. And, he's got all the weaponry. This could be the best offense we've had in a very long time. You got B-Rob, McKissick, Gibbs in the backfield. You got Terry. You got Jahan, Curtis in the receiving. And when our tight ends get back healthy, and the rest of our offensive linemen, we were playing that game without, Cornelius Lucas, Chase Rouillet. I hope we get to see him next week.
Trey Turner.
Because we got to see what he's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trey Turner. D. Charles wasn't even playing. So we were out with, 4 of our, first and second string linemen, and we were still holding up pretty well. So I was excited to see that. And Wentz is probably the best surrounding cast he's had just in general. I don't think the line is quite as good as what he had in Philly, but it's still up there. I think it's going to be top 13 this season.
Yep.
And I'm excited to see what this does, man. I want to see Scott, get in the lab. I need to see him concocting some, diabolical plays, man. Open up, dust off his daddy's old spell book and work some black magic, man, because I got to see what he can do, man. So I'm excited to see what he can do. I think Carson will have a career year here, hopefully. But, I'm excited to see what he'll do. I predict, he could do 4,400 yards, 30 some odd touchdowns. He's been one of the most dogged-on quarterbacks I've ever seen. It's crazy. Everyone just clowns on him. And it's for no reason. It's just fun. It's just and because he's here in Washington, which is this is one of the most dogged on franchises too. Not without good reason.
We were just meant for each other. It's just a recipe for disaster for the media.
That's gonna make all the sweeter when he makes them eat their words, man. He's gonna revive his career. Some Jesus and Nazareth style. Take a dip in the Lazarus pit, come out a new man. Yeah.
I'm excited too. I think he can. I think he will as well.
Yeah, but JDR, I'm not on the fire JDR train just yet, but he's got to show me something this year. I mean, this defense cannot underperform anymore. And I'll be honest, most of the problems I'm seeing right now are in the secondary. So some of that does fall on the receipt kind of does fall a little bit on Chris Harris's table too. And I love the guy. I love his energy, but I got to see a bit more. I think it's mostly right now on the players just executing right now. And I think it's only one preseason game. So I expect as they get more reps, we're going to see them slowly gel more. So I'm not, hitting the panic button there. But I got to see more because they were just forcing us with the deep crosses the whole time.
And to your point, execution-wise, Kendall Fuller, the one he got beat for the touchdown, was execution.
Yeah.
And then also Danny Johnson, like the 2 or 3 times he got beat, I think it was like straight up man coverage, and he made up for it a little bit later. But yeah, all those 4 instances for sure were just strictly execution more so than anything else.
Yeah, I want to see those 2 guys bounce back because they're gonna make the roster, but they gotta really tighten that thing up because it's looking like the Swiss cheese out there. I don't like Swiss cheese, man. I'm a mozzarella guy. Bend don't break. All right. If that secondary was my roof, I'd be paying $16,000 for all the water damage. That's how full of holes it was. But so yeah, that's got to tighten up. But also the safety position. I didn't get to talk about Steven Parker, but man. He's making his case. Yeah. Like, I thought the safety position was basically locked up. It was going to be, Curl, McCain, Forrest, the guy who just drafted Butler, and Reeves. But I thought those were the 5 we were going to keep. But Parker, I mean, I'm not saying he'll make the roster. I got to see more, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. He's got that dog in him.
Yeah, he kind of looked like my boy from Georgia a little bit. Dang, what's his face? The safety.
Yeah.
He's kind of playing that same similar role. And to your point, he kind of looks like the next Torrey McTyer, even though Torrey McTyer is like a corner and Steven Parker's a safety, but it's kind of like out of nowhere, guy we just brought in, just signed back into the roster, making so many plays. He may carve out a spot on this team.
Yeah, but I mean, he played like a real safety. I mean, he was just like a missile out there. Just like the moment a guy got the ball, he was like, "You ain't moving 1 step forward, man." But yeah. Also, the return game, it's like what Brown Vera said. It's infuriating. I got to see. This is why I wanted to see Jaquez Ezzard so bad, and I feel so cheated that he got hurt. I just feel so blue balls because I was so excited to see what he could do in the return game. I thought he could be the next DeAndre Carter or rookie Steven Sims, man, because I was really excited to see his punt returning.
Same
I thought
here.
he could do something in the receiving game. He's a super dynamic guy. I know he's a Georgia guy, so I know you'd love him.
Of course. I was rooting for him like crazy, man.
Of course, man. Yeah. And I will say this. Alex Erickson showed a little something as a receiver. I mean, everyone's talking about him only being like a return guy, but if you need him, like if you have injuries, like he showed that he can play. I mean, so he showed a little something. I don't really see that going anywhere with him. I don't know how much that will contribute to him making the team, but that's something. And
yeah,
I mean, B-Rob, man, I'm gonna call him. He's B-Train. That's what I'm calling him now because he was looking like Mike Allstott out there. John Riggins, next coming of him. I mean, he was looking like a bunch of 9-year-olds out there playing backyard football, and one of them kids brought their dad out, and he's just dragging all them kids to the end zone with him. Like, he just does not go down, man. He was just, get off me, kid.
Bruh, it took a village to bring him down almost every time.
I know, and I love it. Because we need that. We were missing that power run element with Barr Brown. He's basically like Barr Brown steroids. You love to see it.
Basically,
and I'm not sure if he's RB1 yet. I do still believe in Gibson, but I mean, Gibson's he needs to get his vision right because that's what's holding him back. He's getting a little too jittery whenever he's trying to shoot a gap, and that's what caused him to fumble. But even if Gibson doesn't turn out to be like a true running back, I think he's got a ton of potential as like a gadget player, just a weapon, just a guy who can move around.
Like that screen against Buffalo.
Use him as a big slot.
80-yard touchdown.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's right. So we'll see how that goes, but I want to see more. I love it. And there was one other guy I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah. My boy Terry.
Okay.
he got his money and he just goes right into the weight room, man. You saw him; he's just truck sticking dudes now. Man,
yeah, if he wasn't out of bounds,
he
he would have gone for a lot more yards.
I know. If Carson just placed that ball a little bit better, he'd have had like one heck of a day. But that boy's got some black Air Force energy, man. He's ready for anything. I think I could see him. I think this final be the year he like makes the Pro Bowl. I think he could have an All-Pro year. I think he already is the best receiver he's had since like Art Monk. I hope he's the next coming of him, because we thought Tanneman would be that. He was like the next Gary Clark, but yeah, man, I'm excited to see what Terry and Curtis can do, and I'm glad Curtis, he looks good, and he looks okay after sustaining contact. So I'm glad about that. It looks like he's finally healthy. So I'm excited to see what this offense can do. I'm excited to see, guys like Sammy Reyes, Cole Turner, John Bates, Benjamin St. Juste get on the field. See if Cornelius Lucas can, if Chase Roulier. So there are also a lot of guys we didn't get to see yesterday that I hope we get to see next week. So, yeah, that's all I got to say.
Appreciate that.
Take it easy, man.
All right, man. Thank you, Jack, man. Definitely call in again if you can. Back-to-back call-ins from my boy Jack, too, after just calling in for the first time. So, man, I appreciate it, man.
All right. Take it easy, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have a good evening. Got my boy James up next, and James will be the final caller. Just streaming for an hour today, especially since we streamed yesterday for an hour. So let me my boy Zulu called back. All right, I'll let Zulu go after James. What's good, James?
Hey, what's up, Rico, man? Young Rico.
Yes,
what
sir.
We doing?
What's good, man? Just chilling, man. Just enjoying my Sunday.
Yeah, man. I'm loving what we doing out there in Washington. When we talk, I always tell you, man, I've been a Washington fan for a long time. I done had to go through this forever. Since the 90s, bro. Like, dang, somebody win something. My reason why I called in, I want to discuss something with you that I forgot to discuss with you the last time I talked. And it's Jack Del Rio, man. Listen, I used to love Jack Del Rio, dog. I thought he was one of the greatest defensive minds of his time. I thought he was going to, be an elite coach throughout his career. But right now, Jack is falling off, man, and I think we need to shake Jack. We need to get somebody young in there, man. I think Jack's tires done blew up, baby. You think he ain't riding no more. For real, man. Think about it, man. We playing soft coverage with monsters up in front.
Yeah, I hate it.
Why are we doing that?
Hate it.
Why ain't we going to get them every time and letting people get interceptions? They're gonna have to just throw it up. As long as everybody's covering, man, they're gonna have to throw it up, man.
Yeah.
We should have a ton of turnovers every game. A few good sacks, at least 4. I say we should average 4 sacks a game, at least. At least. Every time dude drop back, he should be scared. What's going on?
Time.
Every time. Anybody that's behind center, when they drop back, they should be scared to death. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hurry up and check down. And that's our problem, bro. Like, we ain't got nobody, bringing the best out of our... Man, I hope this new guy, dude. What's his name? Not Masco. He's the offensive line coach. I'm talking about who's the new defensive guy.
Oh, Jeff?
Huh?
Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Defensive line guy.
Yeah. He seemed like he's all right, though, man. I look in his eyes. I see the fire in his eyes. I just don't know how he's going to be as a coach. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I see he got fire in him. I just don't know what that's going to do for our defensive line. I think we got the super posse this time. I mean, we had the posse with Sanders, Monk, and Gary.
Mm-hmm.
But shit, I think we got the super posse now. Shoot, we got Terry. we got Terry. We got Fed. Oh my God, I'm just glad Cuz played and wasn't injured. I'm just glad he was able to play and show everybody that he's gonna be able to play this year. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because what we gonna do if we don't? Yeah. If he didn't play, man, I was gonna be sick, man. They just giving people money. Let me pull up, give me a $14 million contract to sit on the. I sit around, pick up bottles and everything, pick everybody's towels up, tell them they're doing a good job when they shitty, all that. For real.
Yeah, I'm right with you on that.
I mean, think about it, man. I mean, dang, making people earn their keep, bro. Like, dang, you just giving money away, man. Making people earn that money, man. It's too much of that friend stuff going on in football, man. People ain't out there making a difference. I mean, I'll say the coach is, but and a couple other people, but man, on that defense, man, they are really underachieving on that defense, man. They are super underachieving, man.
Too much talent.
There should be three Pro Bowlers on that defense and 2 looking at it right now.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
The talent is definitely there. It's not talent. It's not a lack of talent at all.
It's just something, man. I don't know if it's chemistry. I don't know if it's I think it's just the way he's coming with the defense, man. I think our offense is good this year. We got 3 quarterbacks. When is the last time we could say we had 3 quarterbacks?
And then we can play with a straight face.
Yeah. I mean, look, we know all of our quarterbacks' deficiencies. You feel me? Like, we know when Heineke come in, what's going to happen and what we got to do. The other 2, we know they can pretty much do everything on the playbook. See what I mean?
Yep.
I like Hal, man. I ain't even going to hold you. I think Hal got that young shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want on the field, dog. You got to have somebody that's all or nothing out there, man. Carson Wentz, he done played long enough. He's content. You got to get a person out there that's trying to see some money if you want to win. You dig? Everybody lays back once they get that check, bro. You got to let that hunger get you a championship. Put the hungry guys out there.
That's why I'm surprised Jonathan Allen's doing what he's doing. That man got paid and got better. Usually it's the opposite.
but see, I think the reason why that happened for him, bro, is he's just come from that type of stock.
Yeah.
You dig? He got that type of stock in his bloodline, and that's why he's able to stay, the course. You're right. The most young kids, once they get that sack, they don't want to be the same person they was when they didn't have a sack.
Oh yeah, they ain't doing that extra push-up, that extra lap. They ain't done with that. That's done.
Yeah,
now.
Right. They ain't staying on that extra meeting or that extra catch or none of that. They ain't doing none of that because they straight now and their families are straight. But so that's why I want to play them young guys we got on the back end. You can see they hungry. Now, do they know the game like we want them to? No. They're young. They're rookies. But I like the hunger and the upside on the potential.
Yeah.
Rather than get a proven commodity that's been in the league that's wore down and wore out, it ain't going to give you maximum effort every time. Yeah, there's going to be mistakes out there. But when ain't there mistakes in a football game? You just gotta control what you can control and let the rest fall in your lap, man. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
We got 2 quarterbacks we know that can throw it, that can stretch the field. We got another one that we know that at least he's going to be evasive. He's going to hit the short and intermediate passes, and he can run his ass off.
Yeah.
So we know, well, we got 2 that can run their ass off now, because after I seen that preseason game, I was so hyped. I grabbed my wife, picked her up, ran around a little bit. I was like, man, I was like, man, she don't know what's going on because she's not really a football. She ain't into sports. She's a girly girl, so she's into girl stuff. Mm. But I was telling her how long we sucked and how happy I am to see a little bit of a transition from I'll be listening to Louis T talking about we got the potential to be a 10-11 win team, and I kind of agree, but man, we're gonna have to change that defensive philosophy, or that ain't never going. We ain't seeing no 10-11 wins. Yeah. If you're gonna let somebody score with you, bro, it's gonna be. Look, we got a young team, so you gotta go out here and whoop them up. You gotta whoop some people. You can't go out here playing no close games. You gotta whoop them.
Please run up the score. We up 10 in the third.
Because
keep scoring.
Right.
Keep scoring, please.
Because you got to anticipate the fact that my team is going to make some mistakes. So while we hot, let's thump them. And then if we make a few mistakes, we can correct that during the game while we have the lead.
Yeah.
You did?
Exactly.
That's don't wait till they done called up and then we got to figure it out. That's what I ain't understanding about coach. And coach is always talking about this Army stuff and this discipline and all that. Well, bro, why come you ain't got them in line? We should not have to keep saying the same thing, bro. See, now I'm checking your credibility because what you built your name on and your resume on ain't factoring into the equation. I give it to you. You're a great defensive mind. You played on some teams. You've been around some people, but that don't translate to wins all the time. You got to have it in you. You can't live on what you did. You got to live on what you're doing. And see, that's our problem right now. Everybody won't keep looking back, clapping and shit, and we ain't getting nothing going forward. You did?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't with that. I seen the championships, all of them. And you think I'm worried about that now? Man, no. 30 years of sucking, that killed them 3 championships.
Canceled them right out. Canceled them
Hell yeah.
out.
That was 10 years apiece. Shit, we about to do. You know what I'm saying? We about to do for another 3 pieces. We're going to keep going like that. Go on, give us 3 more ships and we'll see y'all in 30. You hear? Shit, then we have about 8. I'll wait another 30.
Yeah, I'll take the Super Bowl.
Hopefully not, but
yeah.
shit.
I'll take the Super Bowl. I ain't seen one since I've been alive, so I would love one. All I got is my Georgia championship. That's all I got.
Would you take 3 more Super Bowls for 30 more years of obscurity in your lifetime? Would you take that? Would you say I'll take those 3 Super Bowls and I'll watch them suck for 30 years? Would you do that?
Yeah, over just being average the whole time. Like the other option, just being average perpetually, just forever. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gladly.
Yeah, me too. That's how I feel.
Gladly.
But now we about due for another 3. See what I mean?
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah, it's time. Dang, I just hope, man. I hope Carson Wentz pans out. Honestly, I do.
Please.
Because I want him to pan out because we got something on deck. Get rid of Heineke's ass. Get another young dude. See, this is what you got to do, man. You got to stack the deck. Something got to work. So you got to make sure you got plenty pieces to play to see which one's going to add up. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of keep grabbing up these little bum and journeymans and, oh, yeah, he's been around for a while. So what? He ain't won nothing. They picking up people that been around for a while but ain't won nothing. Don't know what winning's about. We might as well kept the rookies. They ain't won nothing either. It just don't make no sense, man. These people supposed to be brains of this time and supposed to know all this about this football, but they make the dumbest mistakes with a whole lot of money.
Yeah, sometimes it's crazy sometimes when us look at, like, as fans look at it and be like, bro, we could have told you that would have happened.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens, man. I'm like, bro, we knew that was gonna happen.
If I was in any draft room with anybody, I would rather start getting all fresh guys and building up some on the journey. Even if I got to interchange some pieces, I at least got some pieces that are developing and getting experience to lead the younger dudes that I'm trying to bring in. I'm not going to keep putting old dudes that can't even do what we need them to be. They're just taking money out of our pocket. They just raising the cap.
Yeah.
I'd rather teach the young ones. Okay, they might stumble a couple of times. They're going to get it. They're hungry. Give them a chance. Everybody want to keep on talking about 24. Come on. I don't want to see Gibson fumbling. I don't want to see him fumbling like that either. But Gibby is super talented. He has got so much talent in one body that we got to work with him. We gotta try to fix it. Everybody's immediately jumping on the bandwagon. That's another thing I don't like about a whole lot of Washington fans. They are, man, y'all don't stand for nothing, man. Y'all can't stand with nobody. You dig? Y'all switch hitters like a mug. Y'all switch it up so fast. Soon as somebody have a bad day, somebody switching it up. Oh, yeah, we need to shake him. We got Robinson now. We're going to go and run Robinson. Yeah, we don't need Gibson. Man, come on, man. Y'all done seen what Gibson did. He ain't even a real running back. Y'all talk about McCaffrey. What?
He was one of
they
7
talk
guys
about McCaffrey. What? Right. Look, they talk about McCaffrey, but what if Gibson did McCaffrey's role, and yeah, we just ran Robinson as the running back? What if we did that, D?
I would definitely prefer that.
But that would be the most explosive offense in the league with them 3 receivers. You had Robinson the H-back. You had Gibson doing what McCaffrey doing, and you had your 3 receivers with the tight end. Take your pick. We got like 3 of them that I believe that's gonna be him. Oh, we got the big tall white dude. He's far. You dig? I like him. I think he should be number 1 because he's young. We got Bates. That's who I was gonna say next. I like Bates because he's the tough guy of the group.
Yep.
You see what I mean? He's the tough guy. So he's the one gonna make them over the pay for real. Excuse my friends. Excuse me.
Good.
Yeah, but I just got a little excited right there. And then we got Logan, man, but I don't know if Logan's knee's gonna ever bounce back. Man, when people take injuries like that, man, they just don't snap back like that, man, and be the same. And even if you are healthy, you're gonna still have a fear factor from being hurt, man. That's just what happens for a while till you shake it. We ain't got time to wait on that, man. I want to win this year. I want to see some playoffs. I want to try to win, man. Look, I think if we can just make it to the playoffs, we'll be so hyped and so focused on getting there, we'll damn near make the Super Bowl. It's not the Super Bowl.
Riding the momentum, man.
I know it, man. These people need to taste something, man. And then we keep hearing Coach talking all this stuff, man. Coach, you need to get these. Look, Coach, you should be. As soon as you seen that preseason game, you should have told your boy Jack, look, man, if we go out here a week or 2, preseason 2 game, and your defense ain't out there slushing stuff, you fired. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, dog. You know, send the peoples to go get the peoples, man. Don't keep on having dudes sitting back waiting and all that. Go get them. If you can't go get them, I'm gonna get somebody who's gonna go get them. That's what I would say. And I ain't got no spine in y'all back, man. Tell them.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I don't understand why we're running soft coverage in preseason, especially. Like, if this is the time to take risks.
Does that make sense?
This is the time, if any, to take risks.
Man, we should be coming with new stuff. We should be trying stuff out.
Yeah, exactly.
Be perfecting stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? I would have all my preseason. I know it. Like, your job's on the line. What are you doing? It is on the line. If you don't send them people, send them. Like I said, we should average 4 sacks a game at least. That's minimum. With all them studs on that line. They should just be falling into sacks.
Yeah. It's too much talent.
The conference has been unlocked.
Talent, man. So it ain't no excuses, man. People got to start getting fired. That's what got to happen. Yeah, we fired that one dude. That's cool. He got fired. All right. But everybody knew he wasn't nothing. Fire somebody that thinks he's something. That's what you do. Fire Jack's head. He think he's something.
But all right, James,
he don't pray here, probably.
I was about to say, we got a couple of more callers that done pulled up. So, man, I just wanted to thank you, man. Always great as always, man. And definitely call in next week if you can, man. Appreciate
man, you know I am, bro. All right. Stay up.
All right, man. Have a good evening, my boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me add my boy Zulu say he wanted to double back real quick. What's good, Zulu?
Yeah, I had to spin the block one more time. Check it.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to buy the last caller a deal. Me and him got to chop it up for real. I love the way he thinks. I just got one little thing. Mm-hmm. All right. First, I want to say about the wide receiver position. We've been talking about De'Ami Brown, Curtis Samuel, Terry, of course. Okay, even Dax Milne. You know, we naming all of the other wide receivers. Oh, he's looking good. Even guys that, Michelle, whatever his name is. Don't nobody know how to say his name. We naming all the other wide receivers. For the love of God, would somebody please tell me, what did Cam Sims ever do to anybody on this team? What did he do wrong, man?
To get no love at all? Every time
I see the man, you remember the Pittsburgh game, he one-handed it. Dog, we needed that first down. What in the world, what has he done wrong? Why don't they love this man?
I don't get it out, because he's the one that killed Trevon Diggs, too.
Listen, I was there at RFK. I seen Art Monk. Art Monk is a Hall of Famer and a great player, and I ain't taking nothing from him. But let's get it right. Art Monk was great at catching the ball, like his hands was A++. Art Monk was not like a 4.2, 4.1 speed guy, though. Art Monk was a possession receiver, and he worked in the scheme. That's how he got most of his catches, and it came because of Gary Clark and Ricky Sanders, because they was taking the top off the defense, and then it was like, yo, you bust Art Monk over the middle, and he either going to score or he at least getting the first down. You understand? And Cam Sims is that dude. You got the barn burners. You already got Terry and Diami and Samuels and all these other 4.2, 4.3 guys. Tell me what it's going to take to get Cam Sims on the field with them.
Before November.
Now the linebackers, look, so you running 2 linebackers or 3 linebackers on defense. And you supposed to take the tight end or the running back out of the backfield. But now you got a 6'4" wide receiver coming across the middle, on a 10-yard, slant route. But then you got, now that's going to automatically make Terry and whoever is on the other side, Dotson or whoever else, they automatically get in single coverage, right?
Yeah.
And the safety got to choose. Now it's up to manipulation from the quarterback against the safety. Now, however he manipulates the safety, one of them two going to be open. Why is Cam Sims' name not being spoken? Why we don't forgot all about Cam Sims. You even tried to move. What's the dude that retired? The wide receiver,
Gandy Golden.
Okay, you tried to move Gandy Golden over to tight end, but you really was gonna slide him out in the slot because you ain't gonna trust him to block nothing. Yeah. So, but you already got Cam Sims there. What is wrong? Somebody please tell me, man. Inquiring minds want to know. What did this man do wrong? Please, yo, and it's always like he begging for a roster spot, and is he gonna make it? But then every time you put him in the game, it's like bang, he making big plays. Like, what? I don't understand, man. Somebody tell me what this man did wrong. He had to sleep with somebody's daughter. He slept with somebody's daughter. He smashed somebody's aunt. He did that. What's the dude? What's the dude used to be with the Cavaliers?
Delonte.
Yeah. He did some Delonte.
That's y'all boy too. He's from the DMV. That's y'all partner.
It's got to be, man. Cause I'm like, why? It's like now wonder how many times you don't heard the media or anybody say his name. Like they done moved on past him. Like he's cut. Like I don't even know, man. Like they looking for all these, and everybody else is 6 foot maybe. I'm gonna be honest. They 5'11" to 6 foot.
Yeah. And
I love that. But at some point, when it's 3rd and 3, right? When it's 3rd and 3, and they know that you're not gonna run it, you need a possession. You need somebody that when them safety come down in the box and that wide receiver go across the middle. I love that play that Terry made against Tampa Bay, last year. That was great. But can you do that consistently? Is that right? Do you want Terry doing that every game? No, you don't want Terry doing that every game. That's not his job. That's a big body job.
Yep.
So why is Cam not being talked about? I'm like, yo, it's crazy. We, like I was telling you, a couple weeks before, we got the players, man. It's the scheme, yo. It's the scheme. Like, I'm so serious about that. That's a question that I must have answered, and I don't know what Cam Sims did to this. I don't know, man. It's like I just don't know.
You would think because he went to Alabama. So it's not because of the school he went to or nothing. I don't know what he did wrong.
Yeah, and then check this out. So he went to Bama, but you hear Daron Payne.
The conference has been locked.
You hear Jonathan Allen. you hear all of them dudes talk about each other and the running back. I don't even hear them say nothing about Cam. I don't even say, yo, I just want to see Cam get some love. You know what I mean? I want to give it up for my man Cam was out there balling. You know, he was doing this. I don't even hear that. Like, this dude got, I don't, but every time we see him out there, Cam in the game, and he making a critical catch, whether it's a first down or he get more than a first down, breaking loose or whatever.
Yeah.
And for some reason, he's gone. The next 2 weeks is like one catch for 10 yards, and you don't see him no more. Like, you, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, some of the things our team do, like he said, we got to hold these coaches and stuff accountable. Like, I don't know, man. Is Cam gonna be here or not? Like, I'm sorry, I love the Redskins. I love the football team, the Commanders, whatever. All right, but at the same time, I would rather see y'all just release Cam. Release him and watch him go to another team and be at least 600-700 yard a year receiver. Just on GP, like, whether he get the touchdowns or not, Cam gonna get you the first down just for throwing it to him.
Yeah.
But for some reason we so hypnotized with this 40 speed and this guy is fast and he can take the top off of defense. Dude, can we get a first down first? Can we start getting first down after first down? Can we do that? Can we draw the safeties up because we getting so many first downs with the underneath stuff that they gotta play close now, not just the run game, and then we can go deep. Can we get there? I mean, it's like we asking for things, dude. We eating the dessert before we eat the main course, like the meal. Everybody wants the dessert. Everybody wants the sweets. Everybody wants the ice cream and cake. Dog, can we get the steak and potatoes down right? Can we get the collard greens and the yams? Can we get all that first? Can we get a full plate of real food? Then we can get the dessert. These fans is acting like we was like perennial playoff team, like we always in the Super Bowl hunt, like we about that life, and we get, dog, like somebody else said, I was looking at Louis T the other day, and he was saying, dog, we got a target not just on our back, it's on our chest, on our forehead. They just don't like us.
Mm-hmm.
You dig? Yeah. And these players got to understand that that's how even the referees, even the league office, that's how they going to call it with us. So anything that you get going to have to be earned.
Yep.
Every time you strap up, you not just playing football for our team. It's like for whatever, look, dog, I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of fans don't even know this. If you look at Joe Gibbs, they don't even want to give Joe Gibbs the respect that he deserved because, like, all his Super Bowls wasn't like in 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like a dynasty.
Yeah.
Even though it was in 10 years with different, and it took time for people to realize that he had a different quarterback and he did it over a 10-year span. You know, he stayed consistent. He was always in the playoffs, always in the hunt. And he did it with a lot, so they gave him his credit finally. You look at our offensive line that we had, the Hogs. A lot of them ain't even in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. You understand? All of the things that we love about our team around the league, they don't respect that. A lot of these players that come to our team, they don't know that. You think all these wide receivers know about Art Monk, Gary Clark, Tricky Sanders? You think they know about all them dudes? No, they don't. You think they know about the Doc Walkers, you know, all of the other offensive linemen, the Joe Jacobys, you know what I mean, the Russ Grahams. You think they know about them dudes? No, they don't. They don't know that. So it's like we still have a stigma with us for even the wins. When we was winning, we was hated.
Yeah. At the most underrated. Like hated or underrated, that was it.
You got to understand, back then it was like, okay, now it's politically incorrect to say this. But this is what it was back in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 70s. It was cowboys and Indians. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to understand, when I was a little kid looking at cowboy and Indian movies, who was the good guy? It was the cowboy, right?
Yeah.
It was the cowboy that was always the good guy on the cowboy and Indian movies. And the Indians was always the ones coming through screaming, and they was always the bad guys. So culturally, the Redskins have always been the bad guy, because if you was a quote-unquote America's team, a Cowboy fan, that means that we became the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how the league always looked at us. And our fans nowadays so disconnected that they don't know the history. They don't know why our team get S'd on every time. Why the media is so, because all of these media folk are raised in families that came up, their father and grandfather came up with that same stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
The cowboy is the good guy and the Indian is the bad guy. They don't understand that. They don't understand that you already marked. You know what I mean? You already got a mark against you, and you're going to have to really, you know what I mean, come out the mud for it.
And Dan Snyder don't help at all. It don't help not one bit.
Right. So you coming out here lackadaisical because you signed this contract and you just feel like life is good and everything is good, and then somebody jump up on you 21-0, then you want to start playing. Dog, you got to realize they plotting on you hard. This is I don't understand, man. Like, that's where I be coming from. Like, I remember all of this. I remember even when we was winning, we wasn't nothing. In '91, when we had one of the NFL's best offenses, they still didn't want to give us credit for that.
Yeah.
I mean, and so now it's like we playing down to their expectations instead of playing up to our expectations.
Yep.
But put out an all points bulletin, you know, Bolo. Put out be on the lookout for Cam Sims. Let me know if you see him. I ain't seen him. You know what I mean? I seen him in the game for a hot second. Oh, but I'm gonna tell you, I seen him on special teams down there. He was
the first one.
There.
First one down there on a fair catch.
Right, like he was like, I need my job, but
I gotta do something.
They trying to put him on. Right, the media don't interview him no more. I don't see him after the game. I mean, golly, even Santana used to, you know, rep for him because he had the 89 on. It's like, yo, I don't hear no Cam Sims mentions, nothing. Like on the training camp joint be on YouTube. I don't hear Julie Donaldson asking about him. Cam looking good today. Cam got they used to talk about him in preseason. Oh, he had a big catch in practice today. He went up high in the back of the end zone. I don't hear none of that stuff. Is he not doing that no more?
Now I've seen, but it's always like the individual reporters that be at training camp to talk about it. But you're right, like the people with a microphone and the people at the top and the media like NFL Network and stuff. I don't know. You would think he wasn't on the team anymore.
Like they so ready to put Dotson beside McLaurin and De'Ami Brown or Samuels in the game. Look, Samuel. Cam Sims has done more for this team than Curtis Samuel. Like the dude said before I called, he said it's a lot of talent on this team. A wise man once said talent will get you fired. Do you hear me? I'm going to tell you something. I make Slim Jims for a living. I'm the Slim Jim dude. We make Slim Jims where I work at, right? But here's the thing. A lot of people don't show up to work. A lot of people don't come in. A lot of people come in and BS, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be on your grind. You understand? You can't make the club in the tub. So if you hurt, you inconsistent, you're not available, you got all the talent in the world, but you can't never maximize it. I got a car that stay broke down, but I got to get to work. What good is the car doing me? Help me understand. The ones that's here, and everybody, like I said, they're in love with the dessert. You got a whole bunch of guys that's 5'11" that can run around, but the guys that's been here before they even got here, before you knew who they was, y'all act like y'all don't even know them no more. Y'all so quick to put these look. The tallest dude might be Terry, right? Terry and De'Ami Brown. Okay, all of them about maybe 5'11" to 6 foot. You got a dude 6'4" that you can put in the slot. He gonna catch it over top of the linebacker, and he gonna shoulder. You know, he gonna throw the shoulder to the safety to come down. But I don't hear nobody saying, "Hey, let's get Cam Sims and Terry McLaurin and Dotson on the field." I don't hear that combination. All I hear is what is all these small dudes going to do when you got a whole bunch of 6'2" cornerbacks out there? Everybody playing man coverage. And they blitzing. Wentz drop back. Wentz take a 7-step drop back, but he can't get the ball off.
I think Cam Sims' main problem probably is just all the tight ends that now can catch. I think that's like the main reason. Now, the previous years, I have no idea. Like last year, he didn't get a target, I swear, till like November. Then he dominated Trevon Diggs. I think this year, the problem is that Logan Thomas and we drafted Cole Turner, and then now you got my boy Armani Rogers and Curtis Hodges out there. So it's kind of like he's, like his specialty of being big kind of got taken over by the tight ends. But wide receiver wise, we don't have another Cam Sims. And whenever we throw him the ball, he makes plays.
Yeah, I hear you. But what was our offense ranked last year?
Oh,
not
something
our
terrible.
Record, our offense.
Something terrible.
Exactly.
Something terrible.
So help me understand. Help me understand this belief. This like it's blind. Like they acting like they just woke up out of coma and the Redskins just went to the Super Bowl. Dog, our offense was trash last year, and we got to own that. You are what your record says you are. That wasn't like another team that played and then all of a sudden now it's back to we were the team that earned that record last year on offense and defense. So help me understand why all the media and all the fans think that we're going to be dominant on offense, that we're going to be dominant on defense. You must earn it. You must earn it. No, nothing in life is free. I don't understand this give that everybody is giving them credit for saying, oh, he run a 4.3 40 and he run good routes. So that means he's going to be dominant. He's going to take the top off the defense. But then everybody saying our offensive line was great last year. It was top 5 offensive line. Mm-hmm. But our offense was trash last year. Help me understand why we giving this offensive line so much credit. It ain't like we was in the top 10 in offense and passing offense and rushing offense, right? So where is this offensive line getting all this credit from? These offensive coaches getting all this credit from? How about we go back to I'm going to be honest with you, go back to last 4 or 5 years. How many of our quarterbacks have finished the whole season not injured?
I couldn't tell you. Definitely not this past 5 years.
You wondering why you can't get it ain't about, look, you wondering why you can't get no big name quarterback to come here? Because Alex Smith, what's the dude came from Miami, the dude with the beard? Him?
Fitzpatrick.
Hurt his hip. Heineke's shoulder. Then like he was out with COVID last year. How many subs we done had in there? The dude that was a quarterback with Carolina and came up here
Kyle Allen
with us. Yeah, he hurt his ankle or something like that, and he wasn't doing nothing but backing up. Dog. But we giving this offensive line all this credit like we got the hogs out there. We got the offensive line is stout. We stacked the dog. When the last time you had a quarterback that finished the season healthy? What are y'all talking about? Are you watching the games? Who are you talking to? Like, some of the stuff that come out of these fans' mouths, the things that they say, like, what are you watching? What was the last quarterback that played 16 games? And by the way, let's get back to Gibson. Dude, Gibson got 1,000 yards. It was 17 weeks. Dude, you barely got to average 45, 50 yards a game to get 1,000 yards. It ain't like we was in a 12-week season and you blowing the top off the defense, running 80-yard touchdown plays like Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith. Dude, you ain't did nothing. 1,000 yards nowadays in a 17-week season, you want credit for that? You want somebody to pat you on the back for that? Are you kidding me, dude? Come on, man. Yo, I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you that we have become accustomed to mediocrity. If he got 100 yards a week, that would have been 1,700 yards. You got barely half of that. That's like 55 yards a game, average. And you fumbled 6 times. You fumbled the ball 6 times in a season.
Now, two of them really were really egregious. Bro, come on, like direct 7 points.
Right, but I'm saying like he got the most fumbles of anybody that's not a quarterback, right? Mm-hmm. Last year. Then you fumbled twice in practice. You fumbled twice in practice in training camp against our defense that was not top 15 last year. You going up against a defense, let's be honest. Until this season starts, we're going off last year. You do not have a top 10 defense. Stop acting like you was going up against the 85 Bears. You fumbled twice in practice. You fumbled on the first drive in the preseason game against the Carolina Panthers. And I still don't hear none of these Redskin fans saying cut him. Come on, man. You a date a chick that'll cheat on you with your brother. These cats out here, man, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. If you fall for that, you a staff for any. I mean, you know what I mean? If you go for that, you'll go for anything. You come home from work, man. Your wife in there talking about, oh yeah, this is my best friend. He just came over to chill. You like, all right, cool. Man, get out of here. These fans, man, blowing my mind. What? Tell me this. What does Gibby got to do to get cut then? If he ain't let me ask you something. If Gibby was a free agent, if Gibby was if they traded for him halfway through the season and we just needed a running back, he was like a no-name dude, right? Which technically to me he is. What was he drafted? 3rd round, 4th round? To me, hey dog, you a no-name dude to me. All right? So on that, if that dude came on our team and we didn't know who he was or whatever, and he pulled that same stuff, where would he be today? Be honest, where would he be? They would be like, hey, practice squad, if the practice squad. You know how many
the third round draft thing definitely gets calculated in how many chances he gets. For sure.
Exactly. So help me, you got 52 other guys that suit up every Sunday, that's trying to pay their bills. And you got a fan base that, like the caller before said, done went 30 years suffering through all kind of mess. Giving you got one job. If you don't get a yard, if you lose 2 yards, man, hold the ball. But here's his problem. He wants every play to be a flash play.
Yeah.
If Gibby looks and he see that he ain't gonna get 10, 15 yards, Gibby is not trying to get to the hole to get positive yards. Gibby is like, he trying to break every play. And that's where he get. I'm gonna tell you, go back and look at
after the game.
Go back and look at go back and look at a running back we had called Reggie Brooks. Right? Came out of Notre Dame. I want you to check it out. Reggie Brooks had this move that he used to do, this spin move, right? And it worked for a little while, right? I mean, this spin move was bad. He would hit the hole, put his foot in the ground, and hit the B button hard and carry it up in the middle. Reggie Brooks was bad. Go back and look at how teams start playing it. And they was, you remember when the running back for the Giants knocked LaRon Landry out on Monday night? When he came
Jacobs?
through and hit LaRon Landry.
Was that Brandon somebody else?
Yeah, Jacobs. And he need LaRon Landry. Dog, I want you to put that in the opposite. I'm telling you, linebackers was coming through the hole and they were standing Reggie Brooks up and Plum just murking him. Because his thing was he was trying to make every play a big play instead of trying to, all right, if I can break through the hole first, then we'll get loose.
Yeah.
And I don't think Gibby got that. Gibby is like, he don't like contact, man. And now defenses know it. They know, like, if you play him hard, then, hey, that's it. He's not with the contact stuff. He want to get, a couple arm tackles going through off tackle or whatever, off guard, and then he gone. He ain't trying to go through off guard and center and come up through the middle and get a hard 3 yards on first down, come back and get another 4 yards on second. He ain't trying to do that. He ain't trying to be there all day like that.
Yeah, I want to put him in position to get more screens and stuff because, he clearly doesn't want to do that. Whereas Brian Robinson wants to run somebody over, Gibson doesn't want to. He has the strength to, but he just, it's mental.
Not only do he fumble, but how does he fumble? If you go back and look at all his fumbles, it's on the way to the ground trying to get down.
Yep.
It's always him trying to get down when he can't get no yards. It's always him trying to get down. He trying to dive to the ground. Somebody poked the ball out. You don't think other defensive coordinators looking at the way he run the ball like, look, if you see him diving, just poke the ball out.
It looked like it yesterday. It looked like the linebacker literally just had the scouting report ready, and then while Gibson was going down, he went to go punch it out.
Exactly. They peanut Tillman all the time on him. What is our coaching staff doing saying, hey, look, man, you're going to have to, rack the ball over two hands when you go down. Why you ain't never got two hands on the ball, by the way, when you going up in the middle?
Probably, I guess he's scared to hurt his elbows on the way to the ground. I really don't know. I truly don't know why he doesn't hold on to it with two hands on the way down. I truly don't.
Now, if Gibby come out there next week and he run for, he break 180 yards and they pull him out the game, God bless him. God bless him. But I'm going to be honest with you. In my mind, for the team, for the other 52 players, I feel like they need to strike while the iron is hot, get on the phone with whoever, and trade for whatever else you need. Another guard, another tackle, whatever else you need, get on the phone now. Stop being late to the party and make that move. Because next year, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. While everybody on this Gibby train right now, they're going to cut Gibby, and they're going to pick somebody else up in the draft in the 3rd or 4th round. You already got Robinson, so you already see it coming. Get what you can get. I'm just being honest. Do y'all think, let me ask you this, do you think they're going to, based on right now, do you think they're going to re-sign Gibby to another contract?
Oh, if today was the end of the season, it would be really, he would be getting minimal money for sure from the team. But, I get we got at least another preseason game for him to see if he can start and hold on to the ball. But again, to your point, I'm worried about what if in the preseason game he holds on to it and then we get to the regular season and he starts fumbling again. So I am nervous. That's my dog, but I'm nervous.
Didn't they sign Cam to a I was going to say something about Kendall Fuller, but, we had that conversation a couple weeks ago. And so what do you think? Do you think Kendall Fuller is going to be good in the slot or no?
I think they're going to play him more outside, just in general, even though I like Benjamin St. Juste outside. And Kendall Fuller was for sure better in the slot before he went to Kansas City. But I think because he's better in zone, and so they want him to be an outside corner so he can keep things in front of him. Because, anything deep, it's over with. It's like Kendall Fuller. I love him anything underneath, but anything behind him is ugly.
You know what his contract is?
I know he's like one of the highest paid players on our team. He like easily top 8, top 7 in annual money. He's up there with
he getting
Curtis
4 years,
Samuel.
$40 million.
Yeah,
he getting 4 years, $40 million. So I think he's playing like it.
Yeah, I hope he balls out because this contract is going to be up in 2 years, I believe. I think 2 years next year, something like that. So I hope he gets it. I hope he can go out. Because in training camp so far, he's been a top 5 player on the entire team. But then we get to the preseason, and then now getting beat in zone coverage for a touchdown. Granted, they shouldn't have been out there because that was after the Antonio Gibson fumble. The defense should have had more time to rest. But still, he got beat in zone coverage playing too far underneath. And I think he's going to learn from that. And I think he should be straight because I like Kendall Fuller as a solid cornerback too, as a really good cornerback too. But as like a 1 to guard like the number 1 receiver on other teams, nah, not for me.
Yeah. Well, look, I ain't gonna hold you. Look, I want you to go ahead and do the rest of your podcast. Look, man, I'm loving your joint. I love this live. Hey, I'm telling you, man, for real, I love the way you carry things. You're doing it the right way. Hey, look, you be blessed, all right?
All right, man, appreciate it, man. My boy Zulu, yes sir, yes sir.
Big.
All right, man. All right, and Zulu is supposed to be the last caller because I'm about to go work on some content, and I was planning on stopping around like 7:30, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my boy Anthony to be the true last caller. What's good, Anthony?
Yo, what's good, man? And first and foremost, want to say I love what you do. I appreciate you and keep doing your thing, man.
Appreciate it.
You're definitely keeping me up on what's going on with Washington because a lot of the old media that I used to follow had to cut it off. But I want to comment. I don't want to like make my comment with you going back and forth about what other people were talking about with you, and I truly want to have a conversation. But I feel like a lot of older Washington fans are way too emotional, man. They focus too much on what we used to be back in the day with Gibbs and how we took 3 different quarterbacks and won 3 different Super Bowls, but that's not this team. And they got to like back off of that. They got to stop being so emotional. Like if you look at Gibson's stats, like homie was talking about, oh man, we just need to trade him right now. I'm like, dude, it was 1 preseason game. 1 preseason game, and when he was falling, if you look at what was going on, he was going down, he had the ball tucked in his arm, he reached out with his other arm to catch himself, somebody hit his elbow, and that's where the ball fell out. It didn't fall out because he just had butterfingers and he just like coughed it up. So people just need to calm down and chill. It was a good thing that it happened, in my opinion, because it gave us a chance to look at Robinson and see what he had. And honestly, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it.
But with Cam Sims, dude, it's the quarterback's preference. The quarterback is going to throw to whoever they want to throw to, that they have like a rapport with, and they feel that, okay, I know if he cuts this way, I can let the ball go and he's going to catch it. Cam just didn't have that rapport with Taylor Heineke for whatever reason, and honestly, I don't think that Taylor Heineke really went through all his reads, to be real with you.
Yep.
I think he just threw it to the first dude that was available, and there you go. I got a catch.
Now, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Because, I mean, granted, it's kind of good and bad for Cam Sims going into this year. Because, to your point, Carson Wentz loves his big targets. But at the same time, we have all of these tight ends that he likes to throw to. As you saw, he preferred to throw it to Armani Rogers. He targeted Armani Rogers 3 times before he even looked at Terry. So, it's just, I don't know. It's so many people in the way of Cam Sims getting the targets, even though I do feel like if we were to release him, he would probably go to another team and do really well. But it's just so many guys that, like you, to your point, Taylor Heineke preferred to throw to, and Carson Wentz probably will prefer to throw to.
Exactly. And honestly, if he gets cut, so what? We have so many other receivers that we can work off of, that if Cam Sims gets cut, so be it. Like, we got to get this emotion out of it. I feel like people are just like, oh, man, we invested this much time with this guy, and we gave him this much money. He has to produce by this time. I'm like, first of all, it's not your money. Stop thinking about it. Like, just let it be. Like, your job as a football fan is just enjoy it. It's entertainment. Like, that's all it really is. Like, I played football in high school, and there's certain things that I'm watching the game. It's like watching a chess match. It's like seeing, like, what are you going to do to counter what this guy's doing to you? That's what football is to me. I feel like for some people, football's become like, if I'm having a rough day or a rough week, I'm going to come and watch this football game. They're going to win for me, and now my life is going to be complete. And I'm like, no, that's not what it should be. It's entertainment. Watch it, entertain yourself, and then go to work on Monday. But a lot of these fans, for some reason, feel like these guys owe them something, man. It's like, nah, they don't owe you a damn thing, because you worry about these guys being millionaires, getting millions of dollars to play a game, but what about the billionaire that's just sitting back watching as these guys destroy their bodies? So that's the way I look at it. So, like, for me, I love football. I love watching. Like, I love the way you chop it up with your videos, where you're showing us the advanced statistics. You're showing us, like, what they're doing to, like, be players. That's what it should be. But a lot of fans just say, me want to see wins. Me want to go to work on Monday and talk trash to the guy across the, like, in the other desk next to me. It's like, nah, bro. Just go to work and do your job, and don't worry about what Washington's doing. Let them do what they're doing. So that's the other thing. And when I was talking about, like, old media, I'm talking. I used to be a big fan of. You ever used to read up on Hawks Haven?
Yeah. They're still doing a really good job.
In some ways, but like, I love their content. But when you read in the comments, you definitely understand what this fan base has been. Like, there's a lot of older fans in our fan base that are just messed up. That just want to say racist, rude things about Jason Wright, and I'm just like, you do understand he's just a man with a job.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are just being mean and ignorant because he's the black guy that they're putting out there, and he's just a dude with a job, just like any of us. So to be racist and to be rude just makes you get turned off and just like I don't want to listen to any of this. So I'm definitely grateful that you have your channel so I can get straight up facts, straight up good information, and not have to deal with some of the nonsense that I end up dealing with when I go on those type of websites. All right, and let me get back to the team.
Yeah.
So my big thing with the defense, I'm feeling like the scheme is all wrong. Like, they're not using the players in the way that they should be using the players. They have guys in basically leaving big old holes available. It's like the issue with the Tampa 2. There's always something underneath that they can like take advantage of, and I feel like that's every single play. There's no adjustments being made. Nobody's looking at like, yo, like, they keep beating us right there, so let's put somebody right there.
You would think.
So I'm thinking it's just Del Rio. Like, and it could be just it's preseason. They don't want to put out too much out there. They want to basically make teams believe that that's always going to be available, and then the next thing you know,
take it away.
We can take advantage of that.
Okay.
But how many games is that going to last you? So it's like, play good. Like, show what you want these guys to do, and I just don't think Del Rio's the guy for this team. I feel like he's one of those old school coaches that just feel like I can go out there and just like point, and these guys are going to accomplish my mission. It's like, nah, you got to give them something to work with. And honestly, just watching his defense, like, we have so much talent on this team, we don't put them in the right place to succeed.
Yeah, hey, man, the talent, it is never been a problem of being devoid of talent. And all we've done is just add to it. So, yeah, it's no excuses. Got to produce. And, I mean, and like you said, I hope Jack Del Rio's just playing games and just – but then again, my point that I keep saying, if you're not going to be aggressive with your coverages in preseason, when are you? Because these games don't count for nothing. So, like, why not blitz and be aggressive and have guys on an island man-on-man to see if they can handle it now rather than waiting until the regular season when, you know, when wins and losses matter?
I feel like in their heads, they think that the defensive line should be so good that they should be
we ain't
like
got to do our job.
Like if we exactly, like we don't have to blitz. Like, these guys are all number 1 draft picks, so they're gonna like make magic happen. And it's like, no, you got to have a linebacker that backs up some of the things that the defensive line is doing. Like I said, I watch football. I'm looking at it from like a strategy point of view, and it just looks like he has no strategy about it. He's just like, all right, my defensive line is great, so that's all I need. And it's like, no, every now and then. And honestly, like, why not have more pressure? Like,
yeah, can never hurt.
It can't hurt.
Can't hurt.
So it's just madness to me, man. And like, a lot of the things this team does, and it's usually the non-football related stuff that worries me. It's just like, I shouldn't have to worry about any of that. Like, as a football fan, I just want to watch games, and that's it. But because of Daniel Snyder, we have a situation where we're always in the news, where people are always talking about us for non-football related things. Because honestly, I used to live in the D.C. area. You know how many times I used to have to sit on the metro and deal with dullest Cowboys fan? And you heard me right, dullest Cowboys fans. Cats from the D.C. metro area that are like Cowboy fans. I mean, all they do is just like yell at you. How about them? It's just like, bro, I'm trying to go to work, man. I saw the same game you saw. Ain't no need to do this on the train right now. And I hear it, but it's like, I'm tired of it too, but I don't get emotional about it. I'm not sitting here trying to fight anybody because of this team. It's entertainment for me. It's something that we should all be enjoying. We should all support this team. You don't like I think I told you the last time we talked, I don't buy any Washington gear. I'd rather buy your gear that you sell. I'd rather buy a shirt that I made myself that shows my support for the team versus ever putting another dime in Daniel Snyder's pocket. Because for me, Washington means something. It means like the games that I used to watch with my uncles and my cousins. It means like my mom passed away in 91. I remember enjoying the Super Bowl with my cousins after my mom passed, and like us like being together for that situation. That's what the team should be for a lot of people. But again, like I said, it ends up turning into like that emotional thing where now we say these guys owe us something. And I think that needs to be the biggest thing that changed. Like, they don't owe you anything.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to do what they got to do for their families to like bring money, like, and bring like stuff home. It's like, you just got to sit there and go for them if they're like winning, if they're losing, talking trash to your homies when they're not. It is what it is, but I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to this season. I feel like we have a lot of great pieces that can make us succeed. I feel like Scott Turner finally has a quarterback that can do the things that Scott Turner wanted to do. The biggest question mark is going to be, is Jack Rio going to blitz more?
Man, and somebody brought up a good point in the chat, too. Red Wings, he said that Jack Del Rio was being more creative with the third and fourth teams with the blitzes and the coverages. I don't know what happened with the first and second teams to where he just left them out there, soft coverage on 3rd and 8. I don't know what happened, but he showed a little something, a little bit of some brain cells with the backups, but I don't know what happened with the first team.
I guess we're just looking at them as cannon fodder. Like, let me have this dude throw his body in this way and see how it works. If it works out with you, maybe I can get the sorter to do it without no problem. Like, yo, you saw him? Nothing happened to him. Like, he threw himself in there and, like, he's fine. So that might be the way that they're looking at it. Just like,
experiment.
I won't put you guys in danger. Exactly. You know how they're the red shirts.
Yeah. That's a funny point. That's a good
point. So, like, and I don't know, man. Like, I just feel that this team is way better than what I've seen in the last 20 years. And I've been a fan of this team since '91. Mm-hmm. Everything that I'm seeing, it just seems like all the players are hungry. All the team captains are like really like, yeah, like forget about all that nonsense you're like reading about. Like, I don't even think Jonathan Allen really knows Daniel Sanders. Like, I don't even know what he looks like. You want to done something like that? I don't know that, man. Like, but watch me. Like, watch them, like, get on the field. Watch them do their thing because they just seem like they're just tired of it. Like, everybody's talking about, the big thing that was going on Hogs Haven now, like, everybody was talking about Jason Wright basically tweeting that thing after that reporter was talking trash to Carson. Like, the reporter, like, I saw the interview.
Yeah. The
reporter literally said that Philly didn't want you. The Colts didn't want you. So what are you going to do? Anybody. And, like, if you're not a football player, like, if anybody told you that it's your job, like, you worked anywhere else, they just looked you in the eye and said, like, yo, the job that you had before this one didn't want you. The job you had before that didn't want you. So what am I going to do with you? Are you going to just, like, smile and say, oh, no, thank you, sir. I'm just going to work hard. Like, no, like, it was cool that Carson didn't even, like, yell, didn't get upset. He literally just said, well, I'm just going to work hard. I'm going to show this team that I'm the man for the job. I'm going to do what I got to do. And if anything, like, it was BS. A lot of the Colts players literally were pissed off saying, like, what the fuck? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, dude.
No, you good.
Like, literally, what's going on?
Yeah, Darius Leonard.
Like,
Darius Leonard was one of the people that was upset.
And, like, I work in healthcare. The dude came off COVID and went to go play football. I work in physical therapy. I get patients post-COVID. A lot of the times their like breathing ability is completely limited. So if this dude was like, I'm gonna still try to go out there and run and do for my team and do what I got to do, and was still affected by the COVID, I mean, I applaud him for trying, but he probably should have been sitting.
Yeah, you saw what it did to my boy Cam Newton, and even Taylor Heineke when he came back soon after COVID, he didn't look the same that first game as well. That was probably his worst game of the season, the first game he played after coming back.
Exactly. So, honestly, their loss, our gain, 2 third rounds. If he actually goes out there and shows anything close to what he was before, what got him picked as a number 2 pick, we fleeced him. We're going to be good. Like, you can't worry about those picks right now. You just got to hope that the production is going to be there. Yep. You just got to hope that the players around him are going to give him the pieces he needs to succeed. And, honestly, everything I'm seeing, they gave him every opportunity to compete. He has 2 running backs right now that should be pretty competitive. He has Terry McLaurin, Samuels, De'Ami Brown, Doxson,
yep.
And the list goes on and on. All these receivers are like pretty capable guys. He has multiple tight ends that should make him pretty competitive. And I'm like, what do we have to lose right now? So I just hope that a lot of fans stop doing all this negative stuff. Just watch the games. Don't get super upset over preseason. Again, it's preseason. The Patriots literally lose every single preseason game and then go out there and succeed. Like, chill out.
But yeah, man, I appreciate that, Anthony. Man, I appreciate that point of view and a lot of the stuff. I agree with a lot of it as well, man. Appreciate that.
Not a problem, man. You have a great day, man, and be safe and keep doing what you're doing, man. I
Yes, sir,
you.
man. Appreciate it. Anthony from New Mexico. Well, in New Mexico. Yes, sir.
One.
Yes, sir. Have a good evening. All right, y'all, man. I'm about to go ahead and work on some more content. I'm not sure if y'all seen it, but I put out a film session on Brian Robinson. Once I can get a hold of some more all 22 footage, I'm gonna definitely be doing a lot of film sessions. I think I'll be able to get like all of it once the regular season starts, but for now, I'm depending on other people to like post it, and then I just take it and analyze it and things like that. So I'm working on it though. I would let y'all know me. I love my film sessions. I'm still trying to. Even though I'm late, I want to still do some more like rookie film sessions for the guys, and get those out, especially to like the channel member only ones type of thing. If you're a channel member, you'll get those and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I got content I'm working on. I'm about to work on some more after I end this live stream. I appreciate everybody that pulled up. I appreciate all the donations. I appreciate all y'all leaving a like when y'all are in here before you leave or whatever. Y'all know, man, I'm a live stream every preseason game, every regular season game. I'm gonna speak it into existence, every postseason game as well. And I'll be doing the post-game live streams basically like this, where I open up the phone lines and y'all can call in and all of that type of stuff. So hey, man, we about to have fun this year. Definitely one of the most probably the most optimistic I felt about this team going into a regular season in a long time. So I'm really excited, man. There's a lot of pieces. I think it's just up to the coaches to get it right, because I don't think it's a problem of talent at all. It's just going to be health and coaching. Appreciate that. Craven was good. Appreciate that. Red Wings. Appreciate it, James. We beat the Ravens, though. Preseason just for final cut. See what system. Yeah, man. So I'm excited, man. I can't wait. Next live stream will technically be Friday, where it's me, my brother, Shay E., and we're just talking about everything. I mean, just fun. Anything that's funny, we're talking about it. If it's sports, music, anything that just went down throughout the week leading up to that Friday stream, we talk about anything that's funny and laugh about it and analyze it and all of that. So make sure y'all pull up Friday as well. And then, of course, pull up to the live stream for the preseason game against Kansas City, and then also make sure you pull up to the post-game live stream after that, and the Sunday live stream the day afterwards. And I see my boy Jones pull up at the last second with the buzzer beater. But I'm about to go ahead and dip out, work on some more content, because I have so many ideas, I have so many videos I need to do. It's all about just a matter of doing it in time. But again, I appreciate all of the support, man. Y'all some real ones. I love this fan base, and I'm excited, man. I'm just so happy to have football back, man. I'm telling you, even college, everything. I'm just so happy to have football back. But I'm gonna catch y'all with some more videos, and I'll catch y'all live on Friday.